Hey everyone, welcome back to 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Happy Friday. Today we're going to look at Luna against the US dollar. LUNA, also known as the moon. Also, are we going to the moon? I don't know, but it's in the name, so it might as well be. So the 5-Day Gaussian channel is where we're going to start today. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram, and Patreon if you'd like to learn a little bit more. So the 5-Day Gaussian channel tends to be a good indication of bullish or bearish and how fast you can get to said upwards price movements, okay? So anytime you enter a 5-Day Gaussian channel, you'll want to spend as little time there as possible. And Luna did a fine job of that. We only did it once, right? Luna's not that old of a coin, but this is the first time we've interacted with the 5-Day Gaussian channel, and it passed with flying colors. Why? Because when you enter, you want to hold that top line, that median top line. If you break that with the closing candle, more likely than not, you're going to come down to this bottom area. And although that can be good for buying down in those areas, the longer you spend down in this area, if you break this median line, you're probably going to just spend a longer period of time than this. So this is a nice bull pattern, bullish signals. Holding this line is what you want to do, plain and simple. We came back out of it, wick down, final support on the top of that line, and now we're moving up again. Trending sideways, building a consolidation phase before hopefully breaking this $50 mark and going on to much higher highs. So that is what you want to look for. Now notice this previous peak here. When we broke out of this, what did we do? We broke out and then we came back and tested again as support. A lot of coins will often do this on, the daily chart, the weekly chart, whatever you want to look at. When you break previous all-time highs, you're usually going to, get bullish, right? For the time being, for a couple weeks. Then you come back in the not so distant future, test that area. If you do that, then you're ready to go again. So that's what Luna is doing. We're now drifting up, and hopefully we break these candles, hold above $50, and then I think we can get excited for further price breakouts. And all we have to do is just simply have Bitcoin be calm. And once Bitcoin is calm, I think you're going to see a lot of big alts starting to do big things. So Luna is definitely included in that. It's on my list. It's one of my top alts. So let's look at what other chart we have. This is the weekly chart for Luna. So after your big move up, this yellow line is our 21-week exponential moving average. This usually on any coin, not just Luna, but on most any coin, you want to look at this as defining bullish versus bearish, right? If you're below it, it tends to be bearish price movements. If you're above it, you can get crazy. So now where are we? We're above it. Look what we're doing. We could possibly be closing. This candle closes in 2 days and 4 hours from now. So if we close even right here, this is our highest closing candle. It's not all-time high prices, but looking on the weekly chart, this is what you want to see. Notice the candle closes. The wicks just tell where the price was. The open and daily closes are the key factors that you want to be looking for. So if we close above this candle, which is our all-time high closing candle, our weekly candle, this closed at 42.79. We close higher than that, the odds are you're going to be going higher in the future. So that is what you want to look for. So if we close here, I would look for a potential breakout and close above that $50 level that we mentioned. And then it's go time again. Yes. So very good looking out of Luna. Now, let's say we have a pullback, right? Say Bitcoin falls down and drags the market down with it. Where could we look at before this, right? This should hold nice support, but there's got to be something else that maybe we could find, a line to hold before this, right? What is that? I'm glad you asked. Let's go pull it up. It's called the 8-week simple moving average. This tends to be on a lot of coins a nice indicator of a pullback level to be watching. Look at that wick. So we move up, tear across, one final down, up, run into it, bounce, right? Go up, big explosive move, go out, go right into it, up, right? So when you break that, probably more sideways movement than upwards movement. But look, zooming in here even, look at Luna back in September 6th. Look at this wick, right to, almost to the dime, right? On Luna price movement support right here. And even the wick down, right? You can wick under it. Remember, that doesn't matter. You want to hold above it. So far, we got a little sketchy right back in here last week, right? So this is a nice candle recovery right here. So as long as we close back up here, I like to have two candles to confirm a break. So if we were, that was kind of maybe one, you could probably argue that, right? Argue that was a closing candle below that line. Now, if we were to close this weekly candle below this line, then that, in my book, would confirm that as a break, and we would likely be going a little bit lower and maybe testing this. But until that happens, there's no need to worry about it, right? We've done some back tests, we've gained strength, we're consolidating now, breaking up towards our all-time highs, and everything is looking a-okay. But the 8-week simple moving average is what I would be looking for on Luna and a lot of coins for a short-term pullbacks going forward for the rest of Q4 at least. So let's go see if we got anything else. These are the Bollinger Bands for Luna. What do we like here? Well, you want your Bollinger Bands to diverge away from each other. You want the mouth to open here. What do we have? They're starting to diverge away from each other. And also, when you see that happening, when the mouth is opening, you want your price action to be on top of this purple median line, holding that as support, which we've done perfectly. Look at the wick down to that 21-day. This is on the daily, right? This is the daily chart now. So this 21-week that we talked about on the previous chart is now the 21-day EMA, which also tends to work out pretty nice for support, as you can see here. Look at that perfect wick right to it. And then moon time. Nice little move up, 10% move just today. Fantastic sign. What we want to see is a continuation of this move up. At the same time, you want this mouth to continue to open. You don't want to see this bottom line start curving up, because that would signify the move could potentially be ending, at least for the short term. So notice this mouth starts curving up, right? It's not diverging away anymore. The top line's going up, but the bottom line starts flattening out, right? That's not what you want to see. For the big moves, you want to see the mouth open. See this? Big mouth, big open, and the price action just continues up. So nice looking like maybe we could get another one of those moves. So watch for Luna on the daily, the weekly. Now you know some levels of support, some price targets on the upside. We got to clear that 50, and everything is looking good. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which we talk about every day here, is now at 75. We're in greed still, right? So that's good. Right? We're still, when you're in greed, prices are likely high, right? When you're in extreme fear, prices are usually low, right? That makes sense. Now, counterintuitive to your human brain says, when everyone's real excited, which we were a couple days ago, right? When we were all-time high Bitcoin, that's the time you need to start getting a little weary and cautious. When everyone's euphoric and everyone's like only up, right? That's when you need to get a little cautious, because guess what? Then you have days like the past 2 days. Doesn't have to get crazy, right? But you're likely due for some kind of a pullback in the not so distant future when that happens. So we want to maintain 75, which we hit here. We hit back here. So we haven't made a lower low yet. If we do make that, we want to maintain above 70. If we break below 70, back in the 60s somewhere, it just likely means for the short term, we're probably going to either trend sideways or slightly down for a continued period of time. If we go back up, we just want to make a higher high and remain in our channel, which you can remain here for a prolonged period of time. Look back at August and September. We remained up here pretty high. So that's what I'm looking for. Car of the day, we like to feature a new car of the day every day. So Ferrari F40, we did the F50 yesterday. The F40 is today, and I just so happen to have a couple model cars. You could probably tell if you're new here that I like model cars. I like cars in general, all shapes and forms, as long as they're fast. So that's the F40 in a nutshell. One of the best Ferraris of all time. That and the F50, those are my probably two favorites. I like the new ones, but they're starting to blend together a little bit for me. The old school's got their signature looks for sure. So there's the rear. Got the F40 in the wing there. Nice mesh in the back. Gotta cool that engine off. All right, that's the quote of the day by Sadhguru. Great guy. Do not try to be your best. Do not try to be the best. Try to be your best. Screwed it up. But yeah, stop comparing yourself to other people. Just better yourself each day. You'll be surprised how far they get you. So hopefully that helps somebody out there. Hopefully you learned something today. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram, Patreon. Like to help everybody out. Been in the crypto game almost 5 years now. Been through it all. Lost it all. Made it all back. Many times over, both sides. So I'm trying to help you prevent making all those mistakes that I made and just live a better, happier life. All right. That's it. Peace out, Cub Scout. Happy Friday. That's it. Goodbye.